What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Paco Luciano back with another reaction video. As y'all know, I'm trying to get as much history and learn as much game, watch as much highlights as I can before the 2026 AFL season. We are reacting to another video by my boy K Lean. And remember, the link will be in the description below for you to watch the video yourself if you want to. Without further ado, we're going to get right into it. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, bro, to take over the sports community.
While some AFL teams can go an entire season with only one loss, there are a select few that can go an entire season with only one win. West Coast have won 1 out of 19 games so far this season, and it's looking like that might be it. Their only win? A 19-point win over GWS at Optus Stadium. But you can't expect Jake Waterman to kick 4 goals every week. It's safe to say West Coast hasn't met expectations this season, which is tough considering they only won 2 games last year, avoiding the wooden spoon on percentage alone. But basing a team's performance on just games won just isn't a fair assessment. Maybe the opposing team had their best game of the year, but it's hard to argue that case when you've lost 4 games by over 100 points. You want to know how many other teams have lost a game by over...
Bro, did that shit say 200? 200 to 34? Bro, that shit says 200. I'm not even trolling, chat. 205 to 34. That's an ass whooping, bro. That's an ass whooping, bro.
When you've lost 4 games by over
44, 152, 142 to 26, 174 to 52.
0. West Coast haven't had just a bad season. They're breaking club records that have stood for decades, and not the good kind. West Coast 171-point loss to Sydney in
171
this year was their biggest defeat ever. How can a club go from winning the premiership to the worst team in AFL history only 5 years later?
Damn.
The first troubling signs only began
2021
at the end of the 2021 season.
Ah, look at that boy Nick Natanui.
Before West Coast finished 17th last year, they came 5th in 2019 and 2020.
2019 and 2020 came in 5th.
You know what else happened in 2021? Willie Rioli gave the AFL a fake urine sample and was suspended for 2 years.
So it started with Willie Rioli doing dumb shit. Four-year ban for infraction. Rioli will be free to return in August this year. That's crazy. That's crazy. Because you want to be out here doing the most.
And it's almost certain he did this because he had drugs in his system. West Coast drug culture began to get really bad around the time of their premiership win in 2006, after a player collapsed and nearly died outside a Las Vegas hotel in October of the same year, 1 month after the grand final. Of course, we all know about Ben Cousins' drug problem, which likely formed as a result of the club's drug culture. Club culture is very strong, and it takes many people standing up against what's wrong to change it.
Facts.
It's possible that West Coast drug culture has been passed on through generations and that it's hitting an all-time high. I can't give any other possible explanation as to how a team can lose by 171
West Coast Eagles got drugs
in today's game, where matches are as close as ever.
And see, that seems like a problem with a lot of the greats. Whether it's drugs or something catastrophic, something violent. It's all some of the greats, bro. The greats always got some shit going on, bro. And it don't make sense. Like, bro, we gotta chill, bro. We have to fucking chill. It ain't that serious to get high all the time.
No team had scored 200 points in a decade, and Sydney accomplished it with ease against West Coast. Let's say West Coast doesn't have a drug problem. What could
accomplished it easy.
The next thing you'd have to question is their leadership. Luke Shuey, the Eagles captain. After that loss against Sydney, Luke Shuey stated that responsibility rested solely on the players, and that senior Eagles are not pulling their weight. I watched Luke Shuey's press conference after the game.
At least he was taking some accountability.
And looked like he cared about the club's
success. I was gonna say, it looked like taking some accountability. It looked like he cared.
He was smiling after West Coast lost to Richmond, although he had just kicked his 500th goal, so I can cut him a bit of slack. It is possible that West Coast players only care about their individual success, but I just don't think that's true. The likely reality is very possible. Players just don't care. Not tackling players, not running their guts out, and not spoiling the ball in defense. These are things that waffle players might get away with, but in the AFL, it's an entirely different environment. That's why so many players struggle in their first game. Which leads me into the third possible reason. The team is just too inexperienced.
No
West Coast has
experience,
some older, more
trash.
experienced players.
They
like
was good with Nick
Luke Shuey,
Natanui in
Kevin Hearn,
2019 and
Jack Darling.
2020.
But many of those players from the 2018 Premiership team have retired.
Oh, Liam
Some of
Ryan,
the ones
baby.
that are still playing have really struggled this season. Andrew Gaff, Elliot Yeo.
Oh, okay, Andrew Gaff.
You can argue that West Coast is going through a rebuild because that's exactly what they're doing.
They're going
But
through
if
a
you're
rebuild
West
right
Coast
now.
fan,
What is that?
it's
They
hard
building a
to
new
see the
arena?
light at the end of the tunnel. However, many younger players are showing promise. Oscar Allen kicks multiple goals every week. Bailey
Okay,
Williams
Oscar
takes
Allen.
many good marks. And Ruben
Okay, Bailey
Gimby got
Williams.
19 disposals in West Coast's 171-point loss. For a rebuild, you have to be at the bottom of the ladder for at least a few years. Sydney did it in 2 years, while Adelaide did it in 3. And it's possible
Sydney
that
did
it
it in
might
2,
never pay
Adelaide
off,
did it in
and West
3.
Coast just stays at the bottom of the ladder with no reward waiting for them at the end. So you have to ask yourself, is it worth it to be the laughingstock of the AFL for several years for a shot at premiership glory?
Yeah, it is worth it. Yeah, it is. It's always worth it when you got a damn championship on the line. And when you're the goddamn West Coast Eagles, you're gonna do whatever you can in your power to win another premiership or even get close. How do you go from having Nick Natanui in these guys, Ben Cousins in these guys, right? In years before 2019, 2020, early 2000s, 2010s, and things like that, to, like he said, going to 9th place the very next year in 2021, and then being at the bottom of the fucking totem pole since 2021. We are in 2026. Mind you, I'm learning the game, so I don't know if they've been good in 2025 or not. But damn, can we get a great product in 2026? Come on, West Coast Eagles. It's not cool being a laughing stock. It's cool being a laughing stock when you can do something great with it. Like he said, Sydney did it in 2 years. Adelaide did it in 3. Y'all are going now with y'all 4th, 5th season of just being garbage? Nah, bro. Turn it around, bro. Go get some picks. Make some better, smart draft picks or something. Go get some trades. But damn, bro, you can't be that. You can't be that trash for that long. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you like this reaction video, there will be more reaction videos coming soon. And we finna take over the sports community. By June, we will be on top.